Fear is not a bad thing. Fear is not something you should not want to experience. Fear is something you should want to experience, right? Because you're going to have a lot of people giving you directions. You're going to have a lot of people that tell you which way to go, and they like, damn, we gave you the game. We told you which way to go or what you got to do. But we're not going to pull you in to show you, because some people learn by looking at the details, by looking at the map. You know what I'm saying? So no one can just tell you, hey, go this way, or buy Bitcoin, or don't buy Bitcoin, buy Ethereum, or don't build a business, but build a business. So if you have a business and you're giving game, the best teacher is allowing someone to experience it. This is why the Asian, the Arabic race, they always win. They always steps ahead. And guess why they are steps ahead of the American, the black, the Latino, whatever race? The reason why they are always ahead is because, I'm going to tell you, the American race is washed on materialism, right? So they're not thinking, and they don't have the time to teach their kids business. They're not focused on teaching their kids business. They're not playing Monopoly with their kids to the point to where their kids get the basics first. And then like Asians in the Arabic race, they buy storefronts, and after they run it for a couple years, then you'll see their kid in there that only looks like they 9, 10 years old. Because you can say which direction to take, but if you don't give the physical advice, or allowing them to work the machine so they can get it, fail, get it, fail, get it, fail, get it, until they're running it. So fear is not a bad thing. Fear will always tell you what needs to be worked on. So certain words humans take, they turn them, and they adopt the philosophy that, oh, it only means this one thing. As if you can't turn a negative to a positive. You can turn fear to a positive. Fear keeps you focused on what's wrong. Fear, and if you're making this up in your head, eventually, once you see the reality is not like that, you'll kind of say, okay, well, it's me. Or maybe I seen something that allowed me to say, okay, I should be scared of this corner because someone over there got into an altercation, and I'm not altercation. I don't like altercation, so I don't want to fuck with that group. I have a fear of joining the wrong group. I have a fear of taking money from the wrong person that is only funding me to lead me to grab the masses. But I'm thinking it's my talent that these people or whoever is funding you are funding you for your talent, and it's not that. So you should fear who you take money from, and what they're thinking in their head, because you don't know what they're thinking in their head. So you must fear the unknown at all times. How someone is going to say fear is not a thing we should hold. It all depends on how you utilize it. It all depends on if you are a locksmith. It all depends on if you able to crack codes. See, people only are moving on things people are telling them, and some are getting lucky, and then they come to a height to where you're like, damn, how they got there? Trust me, They was quick to accept, and they didn't fear how long it would take. They didn't fear, well, I should be, well, they giving me this, but being that I don't have it up front, I'm going to take it because I know what I can make. But 10 years down the line, then that person that funded that will be like, hey, without my investment up front, you didn't have the investment you didn't have the investment at the time. I changed your life. And you have no, you will feel like you have to submit because that will be the truth. But you've already paid them back. So if you're not fearing, see, the thing is not to allow fear to have you moving out of spiral, have you making decisions that just are not right, or just, or you shouldn't have did that because you was fearing of that. Fear allows you to focus on the fucking map. Fear of planting your seeds in the wrong fucking field. You must fear that you wouldn't take your last investment, and just because someone said go this way, you said, all right, I'm gonna take that information, plant my seeds here, and then you find out that this field that you observed from the map is only good. The land is only good there 6 months, but you thinking taking whoever's opinion or lead, they point you in this direction that okay, they did it and they got proof, it showed, but what they didn't tell you was that spot is only good for 6 months. It's not somewhere where you can buy your land and just plant on your crop, because climate changes and then the dirt changes. You feel me? You might have a land spot that might be good for 6 months, and that's all. You feel me? So you should fear and utilize it in ways where it allows you to pinpoint crack codes. Fear is awareness, man. What are people talking about? Fear is a fucking awareness, man. You know, like, I be sitting back watching motherfuckers. I be, you know, because I'm a mass observer. I don't give a fuck if anyone's saying you do too much watching and you not enough action. Well, that's because all this data is changing and I'm a programmer. So what I do is I sit back and watch the field. You feel what I'm saying? See who all the players are, because there's a lot of them. So you gotta weave through, see who's real, see who's fake, see who was funded, and they took that money, went blinded, and they switched the mission up. But being that people are so watched and they get hypnotized so easy, they don't see people be switching the missions up, right? So you should fear joining the wrong group, because it's beneficial at the moment will cause you to be fired. Donald Trump, it will cause you to be fired because you took the money first and you didn't analyze. You didn't fear, well, what if this person changes on me and flip the script on me? I gave them 5-10 years of my life working for them, being their assistant, and they just fired me like those 10 years was nothing. You feel me? So you should fear not giving someone all your time and learning when to move. And you should be stacking. You should be saving and plotting for yourself. It's okay to be a part of a group and you have ideas and seeds you want to plant, but some people will tell you to come work for them and they only want you to work for them. That means if you start anything, or if you start talking about your ideas to them, when they hired you, they'll go ahead and fire you because they want you working under them. And they don't see you doing it elsewhere or doing anything other than brushing their hair, ironing their clothes, fixing their drinks, fixing their food, driving them around. So they're going to get accustomed to you being their servant. It's all in their mind, though. They're not going to say it out loud. But one thing you should be aware of is tones. or how quick someone get frustrated and they still demand you to do something, but you work for these people. So that means they are your leader in a sense because you work for them, right? So that means a leader should be self-aware of tones, meaning even if they are frustrated, you don't lash out, because as a leader, your self-control, you must analyze when you're getting frustrated, and if you do get frustrated, still handle the situation in a proper manner, but go outside and the leader should go outside and step outside and release their anger, not to the person, because that person is gonna feel like a slave. Why should I take that tone abusive thing from you, and you still asking me to do something for you, but being that you're my leader, being that you pay me, you're gonna still expect me to do it the way you do it and still abuse me? Hey, look, let me give game to the unconscious community and the people who are out there trying to make something of themselves. So that means you're gonna have to work for someone else. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But also be planting your seeds. Also, be thinking ahead. Just don't be a hairdresser. Just don't be that chef that fixes food for other people. Just don't be that driver that drives this person around because they hire you. Just don't be that person that supports that only one group. Never put all your eggs in one basket. And if you do that, thinking that you're gonna miss out on something or an opportunity, trust me, the worst thing you can do is let someone steal you, meaning control you and still abuse you. It can be the things they say and the way they say it. Like I can tell my little brother or somebody, go get me a fucking drink, because you didn't make the first one right the first time. Do it right the second time. So if you work for somebody, notice someone is gonna try you in that way. So you should fear when, okay, I put in enough work, right? So I'm aware of the emotional abuse people might come forward with. So let me kind of like get right. Let me kind of like plant seeds that'll then start generating income or financial gain. So if this person changes the mission, if I hire you to be my hairdresser or my stylist, that means when I hired you, I was telling you I like your flow, I like your style. You always there for me. You always come through when I need you, and every time you come through, it's on time. I know it's crazy, so you got to be aware. Awareness is key, right? And fear that when you get under people, it's not gonna go the way you expect it, because they're gonna feel like they're the top dogs. So that means you are a momentarily slave. Let's keep it real. Let's be honest. Everybody that works for somebody feels like a slave. Come on. Because if it was up to you, the slave, you will have your own business. If it was up to you, the slave, you will sign your own checks, right? But you applied so many years, you applied so much time under someone else because they're in a position to where you like, maybe I'll meet somebody from this if I just hang around. But think about fearing if they change the mission and bring other people in because they meeting other people and they feel like they can replace you. You are replaceable. So think ahead. Fear ahead, meaning fear not supporting supporting the wrong cause, because you can work at a business 10 years and we know businesses they change execs, and that new exec come in and you out of here if they say you out of here. If your boss who signed your check say you out of here because they got to cut spending or they got to They dropping their budget. You're out of here. You feel me? Peace to all the gods and all the goddesses and those on the journey to being chosen, and all people are chosen.